Welcome everyone to our second ever playthrough, My GM mode, or General Manager mode, as it was known back in 2005 when this game released. Dan won our first ever series online, Dan Allen Gaming, WWE, like, comment, subscribe,
when it
all that
comes
fun
crashing
stuff.
down and it hurts inside.
It was an astonishing victory. You should be commended for your efforts. Yet we're no longer in the cheese factory known as WWE 2K24 My GM mode. We are in Jackson Marshall's domain. SmackDown versus Raw, 2006, WWE. I believe the developer at this time was Ukes Pacific. This is a very stripped back version of a game that we've now uploaded 25 episodes for. That was a heck of a blast going through 5 seasons. Things are going to be a little bit different here as things get underway. There's only 2 brands. There's only 2 GMs, Dan and myself. Who's going to play which brand? I'm not sure. It's about to be decided. Dan, before we get things underway, what are some questions here that you've got? Comments, things you want to communicate to the viewers, you want to ask me? Go for it.
You said there's no cheese. Well, I've done a bit of research on this game over the last few days, and I've got a few strategies I'm going to be using against you to make sure I secure a 2-0 win and lead on you in GM modes across wrestling games. It's going to be fantastic.
Dan, maybe I should become a career counselor because I can see your future is in dairy. You know a heck of a lot about cheese and you love a bit of it. We are going to get things underway. We've got a brand new profile here. We haven't got anything unlocked. There's no legends, which means Dan is already on the back foot.
Oh, can we get the legends in? Can we get the legends in? Because I believe some are available if we turn it on, right?
Let's see who's unlocked to begin with. We'll check that out as we begin episode 1 here of the brand new series. General Manager mode mentions it's new because it was new to the game series at that time. This published in the tail end of 2005 as games used to come out around about October every year, up until I believe it was WWE 2K20 is when they had to take a break. Not only was main roster WWE the shits, but the video game was as well. So our goal here, become general manager of a World Wrestling Entertainment brand with the intended goal of winning the GM of the Year award. Now, unlike WWE 2K24, where there are Hall of Fame trophies, there's money, you get trophies for money for a certain amount of fans. The intent of this game, rather than playing through 5 seasons or 25 weeks, whatever that looks like, play through an entire calendar year. We have single-branded pay-per-views, dual-branded pay-per-views, Royal Rumble, WrestleMania. The winner at the end of this series, however many episodes we get through, is going to have the most amount of fans. They will be crowned GM of the Year. Now, before we get things underway, I remember back in the day, there was a rumor that once you played through this mode, you would then unlock Paul Heyman as a manager. Do you remember this?
No, I don't remember that at all.
Let's find out if it's real as we begin a brand new GM mode. We are going to delete any data. Now, we can choose to start with a pre-assigned roster or a draft roster. Dan made a great point. He believes there are some legends available. Let's check it out here by editing the available roster. Now, unavailable is Brett, Austin, Andre. There's going to be some big throwback names here, including he who shall not be named. Let's go to the... Oh, I can't go to the bottom. All right.
Hulk.
Let's go all the way
Hulk
to the
Hogan.
bottom here and see who's available. All right. Austin is off and can't be switched on because he has to be unlocked.
Oh, there you go.
My
we haven't
apologies.
unlocked anyone. Hulk Hogan's on.
Hogan is off. Would you like to turn him on?
Yeah, you know
Hogan is now available to be drafted. Let's see if
know
there's someone else who's coming straight off the bat.
It's just
Unfortunately,
Hogan.
Mankind is locked. It's just Hogan. This game's a bit bare bones.
Okay, well, there you go. That's at least an extra
right.
body that we can use.
Excellent. Now,
Blue
Dan,
suit.
if you're...
Blue suit,
Now-
Alan. I want SmackDown. So if we both want it, we need to play for it.
Okay, let's play for it. What do we do? Do we flip a coin? Do we paper, scissors, rock? I think we paper, scissors, rock.
There you go. Look. Flip a coin. I'm going
All
to
right,
flip
yep.
it. You're going to call it right now. I'm going to click it. You're going to watch me do it.
Yep, done. Sounds good. Here we go.
If
I'm
you
going
win
with
it, you get SmackDown. Simple as that.
heads, I win. Go.
All right, ready? How do I do it? Flip again. Ready?
We have a winner. Dan is taking SmackDown. Congratulations. I will take Raw.
Show you it's not rigged.
Oh, best 2 out of 3? I'm glad I said that because I've won. Best 3 out of 5. Okay, you win.
Hey, no, that's only fair because I wanted the blue suit. You wanted the blue suit. We had to play for it. That's only fair, right?
Viewers, depending on how much of this will make the cut, who knows? We have flipped a coin. Dan is going to be playing SmackDown. Dan, choose the brand, and then we're going to run through why this is so hotly contested. Oh, we actually are going to head back here. My apologies. Okay, so here's how it's going to work. The first draft selection is going to be chosen at random. The draft picks are going to alternate between the two brands. Raw has the Women's Championship, of which there aren't too many women in this game. SmackDown has the Cruiserweight Championship, of which there aren't too many Cruiserweights in the game, but there's more Cruiserweights than there are women. Cruiserweights are in blue when drafting. Divas are in red. You're not required to draft all 20 people, and it's recommended you get at least 12. Yet there are more matches, more matches to be booked than there are on extreme difficulty in WWE 2K24. And there's no difficulty setting here in
there's
in
not.
SmackDown vs. Raw 2006. We're just gonna assume that it's at the hardest difficulty, unless there's something we've missed in the in-game options, in which case it's too late now. We don't give a shit.
I want to put it on the record. I went for SmackDown only because I like blue. I like the blue suit. I don't give a fuck about the cruiserweights. They can get fucked. Take it away, Jackson.
I can't because you're up first.
Oh, did I say the cruiserweights are shit? Rey Mysterio.
Number one draft pick.
Oh, look who it is when it comes crashing down and it hurts inside. 3 months, Hulk Hogan. Come on over to SmackDown.
Very nice play. Can't say we're surprised that your first pickup is going to be a legend. My first pickup, it has to be the game Triple H, synonymous with the red brand for many years during his reign of terror.
That's good. And I believe Hulk Hogan cut a terrible promo on SmackDown. Am I wrong?
Well, he was just the right gay in the right place and the wrong place. I've butchered the promo trying to make fun of it as well.
No, that was right. You actually got it right. So Undertaker, I'm not just going by popularity here. I do want Undertaker. So I'm going to take him for 3 months.
Great choice. I'm not going to go by popularity here. That's why I'm going to pick John Cena. I'm going to pick Kurt Angle.
Hey, he's a good pick. I'm going to go Shawn Michaels because blue means he's a cruiserweight, right?
He's light heavyweight. He's cruiserweight. He can go for that belt. That's correct. So he's a solid pickup.
And he works well with Hulk and Undertaker, as we know.
That's right, especially with Hulk. We are going to take Eddie Guerrero, Viva La Raza. This is his last. In fact, by the time this game came out, he might have passed. That's a bit morbid. So no, he's appeared since. He has appeared since.
Cena?
He would have passed away just before this had released, I believe.
I know this is against what was happening. I know Cena was on Raw, but in this version of reality, Cena's over on SmackDown.
That's the beauty of my GM mode. We're going to take Chris Benoit.
No further comment. Rey Mysterio?
Chris Benoit was in the next game as well. He was in 2007. Oh, you've already got 2 cruiserweights. Very nice. We're going to take Trish. We're going to take her for 7 months. Let's make sure we've got a solid women's division here on the red brand. 8.
Randy or Batista?
Some big pickups
Randy
here.
or Batista? Randy or Batista? Randy, 6 months.
Batista, come on down. 6 months.
That's why I was choosing it. Okay. Booker T, Chris Jericho, Edge. Yeah, let's grab Edge. I think he's a steal for 6 months.
Good pickup. We're going to take Stacy Keibler for 6 months.
All right. Well, Edge's partner, Christian, 6 months.
Nice. Edge was in the middle of his Mr. Money in the Bank run at this time. We are going to take Jericho for 6 months. This is a stacked roster, WA 2005. Like, look at the list of Hall of Famers. Who on that list is not a Hall of Famer so far?
Not many. I know.
Maybe Chris Benoit. That's about it.
Booker T, 6 months.
Nice. We're going to take Flair. We're going to take RVD. We're going to take Kane. I like RVD on the red brand. RVD, come on down.
Nice. I'll take Rick. He's pretty good. 6 months.
I'm going to take Kane on the red brand. It just feels right.
Shit,
3 months.
What a stacked fucking roster.
And then once we get into the undercard is where things get a little bit dicey.
I probably need a couple of fucking shit shows. I like Muhammad Hassan, man. I like
55
him.
popularity. He's coming in hot. I wouldn't say he's a shit show whatsoever. JBL and Big Show, on the other hand, I'm less partial to. Let's beef up the women's roster. So we're going to take a leader for 6 months.
JBL, he's still there. We'll go 3 months for JBL.
Good pick. He wasn't far removed from the WWE title picture at that time. Tori can come for 6 months. We've already got 4 women here. It's solid.
Ooh, cash is light. Got to be careful. I had 10 million. We're down to not a lot. Well, in that case, we'll go Big Show 3 months.
Good pickup. There's still some heavy hitters here available, and then it really starts to plummet. Let's take Shelton for 3 months. Very underrated across his entire career, you could argue.
Davari he could work with Hassan, I'm thinking.
Now, those who are perceptive may notice there are no baby faces or heels in this game. The game just lets you do whatever you want, have free reign, have a crack at it, and we're looking forward to it. Carlito for 3 months.
I never liked the Bashams. Never liked them. Oh, I like Tajiri, 6 months.
Solid pick. We could take Paul London, that 51. Let's sign Christy Hemme. Let's get that women's roster bolstered, do we? Yeah, let's do it. Oh, banger.
Hurricane, I'm a big fan. Terrible popularity, though. How many cruises do I have? I'll go one more.
Sure. Let's also take Michelle McCool. Let's get her for 3 months. 27 popularity. Yeah, we can call her a pet project. We've got a solid women's division now. We can have a few feuds going.
Well, Paul London.
You sure you don't want Eugene?
No, I don't want him.
Okay. I don't want him either, but I do want Regal. That's, I believe, is going to round out my roster at 17 picks.
I'll go one more. I'll go the Masterpiece for 3 months.
Solid pick. I too will go one more in that case. And I'm thinking we are going to take Chavo for 3 months. 18 is big. And there's still plenty of people in the free agency.
You done?
Finish us off, pal.
Okay.
Nicely done. Okay, the red brand is now going to set its first round of champions. So
they get a 5 boost, don't they?
We believe so, based on what you found. Yes. I mean, we could go Triple H. We could go Batista. These are fairly safe picks. You know what? I love the idea of having Kurt Angle as WWE champion to begin.
All right, check him now, just quickly.
Sure. Let's have a look at our first tag team champions. Yeah. It's Kurt. He does get a 5 boost. We are going to have our first tag. So we're going to have Carlito and Shelton Benjamin. Those guys as a young and upcoming tag team.
Were they actually
dangerous?
I swear they might have actually been a tag.
I don't believe they were a tag, but they did feud over the Intercontinental title in 2005. Their match on Vengeance that year was pretty good. Why do I remember that? What a disgusting thing to remember. First ever Intercontinental champion, you're welcome, can go to RVD. And then finally our women's champion. We've got 6 people in the division, which is fairly hot and strong. Let's go with Lita. That's a solid first champion.
I like
Who are you going to pick here on the blue brand?
Hulk Hogan.
Thank you.
For the world title. We'll give the tag title to Muhammad Hassan and Davari.
Nice.
US title. Interesting. US title, we're going to give it to Randy.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking someone pretty decent, Randy. And what's this?
You got a few cruiserweights here. You got how many? You got 5 or 6, 7 maybe?
Rey Mysterio. Has to be. What do you think?
Nicely done.
Beautiful.
They're looking good. Looking good.
I'd like to be the first to congratulate you. You're fired.
I would like to be the first to congratulate. I can't do a Vince impression. I'm sorry. Unbelievable. I would like to be the first to congratulate you. What a maneuver. As the chairman of the board, I want to make sure you're all aware that the WWE is all about the fans. This is why you have a job, and your job is to grow your show's fan base. Forget about fucking bullshit Hall of Fame trophies. Get the fans. At the end of the year, I'll award the show that has the most fans of the GM of the Year award, the highest honor a general manager can receive. If you need info about day-to-day activities, check out the Jim Ross or Taz, depending on the brand, reports. So first up, April 1st, the red brand is going to be booking from Grenoble, France, the home of Andre the Giant.
What we'll do, Jack, we'll take turns each week. I mean, it doesn't really matter who's first, does it?
We probably should. That's right. Great point. Here, for those of our viewers who checked out W2K24, you'll notice that while options look limited, There's a freaking schedule. You can actually see where a show's
So
going to
you've
take
got the first
place.
pay-per-view,
How many weeks? I've
Backlash.
got the first pay-per-view Backlash in San Antonio, Texas, the home of Shawn Michaels. Judgment Day in Albuquerque, New Mexico is the month after, and then come June 30th, Vengeance, I go again. July, we have the Great American Bash for the Blue brand, and finally August is the first co-branded Long Island, New York. It's going to be
So
SummerSlam.
we're going to play till Backlash today.
We're going to play till Backlash today.
Beautiful.
JR's letting us know if we need any help, I can call on him. I can look at stuff. I can look at rivalries of which we don't have any. We're going to set them by playing the matches.
Hold on. So
Let's not
this is going to be more than 5 episodes. This is going to be
high chance this will be 12.
This is going to be 12
months in a year.
Yeah, it's going to be 12. You fucking idiot. All right.
Okay, let's kick things off nice and simple. We're going to have just an easygoing show. Let's get some rivalries happening, and they're all single rivalries. We want to have our first ever world title feud. So it's going to be Kurt Angle
versus,
and it's going to be Eddie Guerrero.
Oh.
The strap.
And what's the story?
The story is Eddie Guerrero wants the world title, so who's going to face Kurt Angle for it?
Thank you, Tony.
You're welcome. I shouldn't laugh. Second up on the card, we're going to have Triple H, and we are going to have Batista in a match. That's going to be a huge rivalry for the number one contendership.
This guy started hot. Jesus Christ.
That's right. We are not fucking around on this brand. I'm feeling these guys had a match at WWE at SummerSlam 2002. It wasn't the greatest match, but it could deliver here. RVD and Chris Benoit going to feud over the Intercontinental title. We are going to have a singles. Actually, we're going to have the tag division.
There's no tag
belts.
rivalries, is there?
That's correct, Dan. So we will build them. We will build them up with. We're going to build them up.
I actually think
matches.
It's better to put. I believe, I know it sounds weird, but to put the rivalry in a tag team together, that's how wacky this game is. I believe that's how you do it.
That might not be the worst idea.
How many rivalries can you have at once?
I believe there's no limit. It's just how many can you conceivably continue to work, which can be quite difficult. We're going to have our tag team rivalry, which we're going to build up in future weeks in singles contests. It's going to be Carlito and Shelton, the rookies, against Regal and Chavo, the veterans. We are going to have a women's rivalry. Stop me if you've heard this one before. It's going to be Lita taking on Trish for the belt. Trish is starting very over.
Never seen that before.
Me neither. And finally, we are going to have something on the undercard. I'm feeling Kane isn't even booked at the moment. So Kane can have a rivalry with Jericho. That's a really big match. That could even outperform the women. That's a huge opener. Let's see how things go. Now, here in our weekly shows, we are going to have ourselves 2 promo segments per week. Now, we've got a new superstar because we've just drafted people. Let's hype up the debut for Michelle McCool. And our other promo, we could do with a bit of cash with an advertising. We can build up the main event of the pay-per-view. Let's build up to the pay-per-view already. That's good. So we've got title matches up and down the card. Everything's a singles. No need for big gimmicks out of the gate. I like it. That's my show booked. Over to Dan on the Blue brand. Colorado Springs, Colorado.
Okay, Jackson. Our main
Friday, 5th of April, 2005.
Our main event is going to be...
It could be John Cena versus Randy Orton, according to the game.
So there's no heels and...
No heels, no baby faces. Book whatever you want with whoever you want. Have fun.
Shit. Okay. Well, it's going to be Hulk Hogan and The Undertaker in the main event of SmackDown Night 1. The runner-up match, Randy Orton and I think John Cena.
Huge.
For the US title. This one, we're going to do non-title for that. So I just want to test a few things here. We're going to run... what are we going to run? We're going to run advertising. Both.
Surprise, surprise.
We'll need the money to pay for them. So we want to get rivalries happening. So we're just going to do a lot of singles matches. I think that's the best way to do it. Rey Mysterio is going to work Shawn Michaels. We'll put the title on the line. No worries. Match 3, Edge and Christian. Yes, they are champions, but we're going to test that theory I said earlier.
Plenty of story between those two.
Oh, sorry, they're not champions, but they're going to be on a team. Sorry, what was that?
I said plenty of story between those two.
Oh, I know, right? And then what we do, we'll have a little fatal four-way in the start. We'll go to Jury, Flair. This is kind of a number one contenders match. Hurricane and Paul London.
Nice.
Little fatal four-way. So up and down the card, we're looking all right here. Anything else I should be checking, Jackson? Emails?
That's about it, pal. Nothing else at this stage unless you'd like to sign someone from the free agency. Everyone's coming in. We can take a look at the roster screen after we finish booking. By the way, everyone, we are playing this on a legitimate copy on a PS2. Never mind that skip you just saw.
All right, Jackson.
All right, let's push us
away.
through. All right, now when it comes to the weekly shows, we're not going to watch them because that would be just absolute pain. Let's kick things off with Chris Jericho and Kane on the red brand. Y2J is going to be Kane to hopefully kick off a brand new rivalry.
In France.
We are in France. The French have seen a new champion crown. Trish Stratus has beaten Lita. The veterans, Regal and Chavo, have beaten Carlito and Shelton in their first defense. So 2 new titles have exchanged hands. RVD is still the Intercontinental Champion against he who shall not be named. Triple H beats Batista with the help of a sledgehammer, no less. And finally, main event time. The journey has already ended before it began. Eddie Guerrero is the new
finished the story.
WWE champion. He finished the story right away. Excellent show there for the red brand. Over to the blue brand. Dan, take it away.
Tajiri, Ric Flair, Hurricane, and Paul London. Tajiri, my man. He's the number one contender. And Muhammad Hassan picks up the win on Daivari. I believe overall helps with the win too. Like whoever's got the better overall has more chance of winning. Christian,
I believe that's complete bullshit. Because I've seen Daivari hold all 4 belts on the blue brand in a season before. And if he doesn't do it during this playthrough, I'll be very disappointed.
Well, so far my theory's right. Shawn Michaels picks up the Cruiserweight title from Rey Mysterio. Randy Orton retains against Cena. And...
No, he doesn't. He beats Cena for it, doesn't he? Oh, no, he did have it. My apologies.
Yeah. And Undertaker beats Hulk Hogan in the main event.
This is an excellent splash screen to find out who's going to have the fan change. It's going to be Raw. We finished 60,000 fans ahead. Not a massive victory in week 1, but a victory nonetheless. We had a 2.5-star show, and I bet yours will be 2.5 as well.
I might take a hit because of the advertising. So
I don't believe that's the case. I believe it comes down to how the wrestlers performed. I did have a pay-per-view hype, but now that couldn't be it. We've got crap, we've got crap. We've got great crap, Triple H and Batista, a 3-star match, a sleeper match. This news kind of stuff, if we had that, rather than all the social media BS in W2K24, would be pretty cool, where it looks like WWE.com. Because I tell you what, those tweets are always rubbish to read, or at least here the game generates something interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
It sounds like you like this more than the new game so far.
You might say that. Oh, Washington, D.C., District of Columbia. That's Batista's hometown. Why do I remember this absolute nonsense? So, okay, you're taking a look at the red brand.
Yeah, well, you got let down in the tag match for some reason. Yeah?
I certainly did. We could have had a 3-star show there if I put match 3 in the first spot. Oh.
So I had a good flow, but you had more 3-star matches.
You had a 3.5-star main with no rivalry, just 2 very over people. Nicely done.
All right, Jackson.
Let's take a look at that fan support worm to familiarize our lovely viewers out there with what they're going to be looking at.
So you're actually 120k ahead. Is that right? Shit.
That's right. So not only do you gain fans, but you lose them. So there's always a balance of 10 million people. You can never actually grow the industry. You can only just really shrink it if you think about it.
So we've got 10 million to play with. Okay. Right. Okay, that's interesting. All right, Jackson. Will I go or you?
You're up, pal.
All right. Week 2. Well, we better check our rivalries, eh? So
I can show you another way to check it quicker. If you go back to the show itself, I'll show you a quick cheat. I say cheat, it's part of the game. Go to either promo segment and go to rivalry in place of a match, and then you can scroll through. You've started 5 rivalries, my friend.
So which ones didn't get going?
All of these ones have all begun.
Yeah, but there's one missing though, right? Or did they all get going?
You had 6 matches.
Yeah.
Of those 6 matches, you only had 1 fatal 4-way. So every rivalry has begun in air quotes. But depending on how this week books, they could fall off.
Really? It's that fickle. So
It's that fickle.
if I go, as we just kind of explore here, so it's good to check morales and stuff, isn't it? But fatigue's
That's
fine
right.
because they've been using single matches. You can actually see the
Not one person
popularity.
had a gimmick.
Right, so Hulk went down apparently.
He lost.
So it does matter on wins and losses. Yeah, right.
That's right.
Okay. Well, I don't need to worry about that just yet, I don't think. So what we're going to do is we're going to, of course, run Hulk Hogan and Undertaker again. This time,
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
the title will be on the line. We're going to run a fatal four-way. What we're going to do is it's going to be Rey Mysterio and Shawn Michaels. Where is he?
He's already in the match.
Oh, yeah, I've got to be careful of that. Tajiri. No, we don't want Tajiri. We want Randy Orton and we want John Cena. So there's a few rivalries there. Let's see if that does anything. Oh, we can actually put the US title on the line. We won't, though. Promo 2. We're going to run advertising again.
Surprise, surprise.
We want to be careful here. Ooh, Big Show and Hulk. Big Show and Booker T. Let's start them off. That
Nice little mid-card feud.
Yes, I'm thinking that. Then we're going to do a tag team match. Edge and Christian versus Davari and Muhammad Hassan. Let's see what that does. Put the title on the line. Yep. Promo 2, advertising. Match 2, now we're going to work these new rivalries. Tajiri and Paul London. It'll be a little good match. And then Chris Masters and Hurricane coming through.
Very nice.
Okay. Jackson, over to you.
Thank you very much, Dan. In that case, you can essentially hit start. That'll push us back. Let's go to the red brand. See our emails. Nothing from JR. That's always a good sign. Take a quick squiz here at everyone's popularity, how things unfolded. Triple H up, Batista down, Eddie up, Kurt down. Yeah, it's pretty good. Not too much else to comment on. Michelle McCool got a boost of 3 popularity from that new superstar promo. That's hot. We too have 5 rivalries potentially cooking away. No one injured. We cannot complain about any of that. So let's get underway here. Main event time. We had Triple H get that big win. So let's get a manager versus a manager. We're going to have Eddie flanked by his BFF Batista is going to not take on Tori Wilson, going to take on Triple H, flanked by Kurt Angle, who's eager to get that title back. And no doubt he's going to look to help Triple H win it. We are going to have, so we have that. Yep. We've got, we had RVD, Chris Jericho, Kane. Okay. Match 5 is going to be a tag team match. We are going to have Chris Jericho and Chris Benoit taking on Kane and RVD, 2 former sets of tag team champions, I should say, feuding it out there. And let's spice this one up. Let's make it a hardcore match, player. We're going to do this and you watch, it's going to kill all the superstars just to really make it a pain in my ass. Yep, does it every time. That's a big downside to this game. If you change the gimmick type after you booked it, it says, fuck everyone you booked. You got to do it all over again. Kane and RVD. So I'm not sure why they designed it like that, but anyway, neither here nor there.
It's good.
We've ticked that.
Compare
We've
the 2
ticked that.
games. See what's better, what's worse. I like it.
So already we can also go to inactive superstar. We've sorted them by popularity and we can see that, it's starting to tick away. Might have to sign some people if we're going to do this, show how I want it. We're going to have another manager versus manager. So Lita is going to help Tori Wilson challenge Trish Stratus for her newly won championship. And she's going to have Stacy Keibler in her corner. So we're going to have that women's title going on. We're going to back out. Oh, we're going to back out again here. And yeah, we have 6 people for a few matches. Ooh.
Fatal 4-way.
That's all right. We've got 3 matches and 6. It's going to line up perfectly. I didn't mind your idea about putting Regal and Chavo in a little program. So let's get that cooking. Actually,
what's promo
no,
2?
Neither have been booked yet. Carlito and I worried about them at the end. Carlito and Shelton are going to start their rivalry. We are going to then have William Regal and Chavo in theirs. So Carlito Shelton tag team champions are going to have a crack. And then finally in the opener, Christy Hemme is going to take on Michelle McCool. Let's get a rivalry going there. So that is everyone we possibly could have booked. Where is she? Bang. Well done, women. Okay. All the matches have been booked. We can run some crazy stuff. We can get some money, but we're doing okay. Maybe we can promote merchandise for a bit of a random gain. But you know what? Let's build hype for the pay-per-view. We don't mind doing that. And fuck it, let's make things interesting. We're going to attempt to steal fans from Dan by starting rumors on air. I love it. Because he's got no chance. No, that's what you've got. Take us through your show.
Chris Masters and Hurricane hoping to start a feud. Chris Masters beats him with the Master Lock. Tajiri again, second win in a row, beats Paul London. He was promised a title shot. It will come soon. Muhammad Hassan, more popularity as he wins the tag team titles or retains them. Booker T beats Big Show with the 619. That's not his finish.
No, not at all.
John Cena wins the Fatal 4-Way, which probably not a good idea in this game, is it? Fatal 4-Ways. Hulk Hogan is your, I was going to say new, but he's retained.
Current and reigning World Heavyweight Champion.
All right.
Well done. Nice show. Over to the red brand. Christy Hemme is going to take on Michelle McCool. And the winner is going to be Christy Hemme to start a little women's program there at Richmond, Virginia in our first match on the show. Up next, tag team champions collide as Chavo, the ever wily heel, beats his partner Regal. Maybe he used those brass knucks on his partner. Carlito is going to go over Shelton Benjamin with a big dirty backcracker and spitting some apple in the face of people that he doesn't think is cool. Trish, once again, is going to retain her women's championship over Tori Wilson.
Does that manager get a boost too? Yes.
I believe so, yes.
Yes, that's good. I'm going to use
Kane
that.
and RVD are going to beat Jericho and Benoit in a hardcore tornado tag. That's going to be a hot match, no doubt. And finally, Eddie has beaten Triple H for the WWE title. Great win there. Okay,
Rumors.
What's the fan change?
Rumors are swirling. Only 20 this week, closer.
Raw's Jam started early in the week that SmackDown was going to be the abomination of the fans not bother wasting their time. The statement backfired as fans tuned in a SmackDown show to see for themselves. I had a 2-star show and you had a 2-star show, but because of the rumors, I lost out on what could have been a bigger win.
I had a good main event, but yeah, I don't know what's going on in SmackDown. We just need we need to put a few gimmicks up.
Let's take a look and see how your show went. You had a 1-star opener. You had awesome show flow, but it just didn't click.
Got to get the rivalries up.
And we were similar. You had a better main event, but...
What was my Fatal 4-Way?
3.
Yeah. It's all right.
We didn't cross into the 3.5 realm. You've got Hogan, who is really helping you there. We did get the win, but yet not by much. Bit of a dirty move. Let's take a quick look here. Fatigue's pretty solid. Everything's okay across the board. We should certainly look to build Eddie up, I'd say. All right. Did we maintain our rivalries? We have 8 rivalries. Oh, my God.
Oh, so you got a
And
thumbs
few of
up.
them are cooking. Yeah, because they're cooking well. That's good. I'm happy about that. All right. Let's get things underway. So we are now in Washington, District of Columbia. It's been a busy town. It's gone SmackDown one weekend and Raw the next. All right. Let's have ourselves our own little tag team main event, maybe.
Oh, how did my tag team match go? I got to check how my tag team went.
Our main event guys are yet to be in anything cracked, so let's give them something fun. Let's put the main event guys in a tornado tag tables match. So it's going to be Triple H tagging with Kurt, taking on Batista and Eddie. Let's see how that comes out. We are going to have... Who was it? It was Benoit and RVD.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to have those two. Maybe this isn't going to perform as well as I hope. So let's give him a ladder match. If Benoit wins, he gets another shot next week at the title. So it's going to be non-title this week. We've ticked that. We've ticked that. Chris Jericho and Kane. These guys can also have a bit of a cracked out main event. Last man standing, that's too much. Let's have a first blood match, Kane and Chris Jericho. We're going all out. We're throwing everything at the
Oh,
wall this week. I feel like we're just missing a bit of depth in this roster.
it
We are
don't
going
have
to
to
have
hide.
another tag match. So we're going to have, this time it's going to be Trish tagging with Stacy to take on Tori and Lita.
So, how much is the ladder match in terms
American.
of fatigue?
I can show you in just a moment, my friend. We are then going to have that tag match that I originally envisioned. So again, it's going to be Carlito and Shelton. It's going to be non-title this time against Chavo and Regal.
Regal.
And then once again, we're going to have the women in the opener. It's going to be Christy.
So you are
and
using
Michelle McCool.
everyone on the card.
I'm using everyone on the card. Let's build them up. Let's do what we can with them. Jeez, Michelle McCool dropped a lot from that loss, unfortunately. Where
What
is
is
she?
she on
There
now?
she is.
28.
28. That's everyone booked. Beautiful. So if we were to have a ladder match, for example, we'll go to main events. It's going to
Three.
cost you 10K and three fatigue.
And they get 10
That's going to be
fatigue, do they?
non-title. It's going to be all non-title. I believe they can get up to 10, yeah, but please don't quote me on that.
And if
Yeah,
they
build hard for
if
an
they're in
upcoming
another
pay-per-view
match, they don't lose fatigue,
Let's hype the main.
do they?
What do you mean?
If you put them in a match, they just stay where they are. You have to actually rest them for it to go down.
I believe so, yeah. Bear in mind, you can double, triple book people. I think even put them up to 4 matches on the one show in this game if you're so inclined. I mean, that to me is just
Do we know how
absolutely
much
ridiculous.
they lose from being rested? Like if they're on, let's say, 8 fatigue.
I believe they'll be begging to get back on the show, but you can test it.
I'll have to test it.
That is going to do it. Let's do a final review here. I'm pretty happy. I'm going to throw it over here to the man on the blue brand. Take it away. I'll be back in just a moment.
So I wanted to check the tag team. So Davari, let's see if that rivalry did anything. So Hogan, they went up in the tag title. That's good. Booker T and Big Show, we started that feud, I think. Edge and Christian, they went up. So that did go up, the tag team. Yep. And that worked a treat. That worked a treat. That worked a treat. Yeah. Now this is looking great. All right. What we're going to do, the main event, we're actually going to try and beat Jackson this week. So Taker and Hulk Hogan, of course, for the world title. Match 5, I'm thinking what we do here is manager and manager. So how we're going to do this, it's going to be Cena and Randy Orton.
Yeah, you got it green.
Oh, Randy Orton's in there. So what we'll do, Booker T, I'm being trolled. Booker T will be on John Cena's team. And because he's working Big Show's going to be on Randy's team. Let's see if both feuds go up from this little tactic. Interesting to see. We'll put the US title on the line. We're going to hype up the main event this week. Match 4, we're going to do a handicap match. We're going to do tag on trio.
I'm looking forward to seeing the crack stuff you're booking this week.
Well, I've come up with a little plan here, Jackson. So I've got a tag versus trio. JBL, I believe, isn't working anyone. I can check that, can't I? He's not working anyone right now. So he can be thrown in this match. I'm going to test it out, see what happens. We're going to do another singles match, Sean and Ray. Sean and Ray for the Cruiserweight title. Actually, don't think it needs a title. Just go single. Promo. Go
Advertising.
Go merchandise, whatever that is. We'll test it out. We're going to do another manager.
But those of me maybe watching and going, hey, you guys aren't checking the financials after every week. Right now, we just don't care.
Who was Tajiri working, Jackson?
No one.
No, he was working someone.
Or the Hurricane. Dan, I'm gonna go to rivalry. That'll tell you, pal.
Paul London and Chris Masters and Hurricane. Hurricane's going to be his manager. I know it's weird that I'm making him the manager, but I'm going to see.
That is very strange.
I'm going to see what it does. I'm experimenting. And finally, I do want to check who's missing from the card. So, inactive superstar, Ric Flair. He's got no one to work this week. Who's doing double duty? It's JBL. JBL's going to work. JBL's going to work Ric Flair in a singles match. All right. You're done? I'm done.
I'm all done.
You're up first, are you?
Let's do it. So, kicking things off on the red brand, Michelle McCool, Christy Hemme, match 2 in their 52 match series. Michelle McCool gets the win this time. The rookies are going to upset the veterans. They want those tag titles back, and they've earned the right to challenge for them. The champion and her number 1 accomplished, True Strategist Stacy Keibler, vanquished the heels once again. Could be something cooking there in the kitchen. Maybe Stacy could look to turn on her somewhere down the line. She might want that women's championship.
First blood.
Chris Jericho is going to beat Kane in a first blood match. RVD
a ladder
has denied
you're going all out.
The opportunity to challenge for the title next week, but we've still got a couple weeks till Backlash, and things could change.
You're going to destroy your talent, mate. This is
Triple H and Kurt
risky.
Angle. That's what I do. I run him into the ground. You know that from the last series. Triple H and Kurt Angle beat Batista and Eddie Guerrero in a tables tornado tag.
The problem is there's no injury rehabs in this game from memory.
Oh, but there might be.
Oh,
I'm going to say that's a pretty solid show. Let's see how
me.
it comes down, the rivalries and the ratings.
What is there?
Take us through the blue brand.
You can't just do that. Tell me. Ric Flair, JBL. Ric Flair wins. Not looking good for JBL. Hopefully they started a feud. Paul London and Chijuri. So that was just a little thrown together match. See what happens there. Shawn Michaels beats Rey Mysterio. I think it's 2-1 in that feud. Handicap, Edge, Christian and JBL win. So that kind of counteracts JBL's loss in terms of popularity. Randy Orton picks up the win for the US title. Cena just can't win that title. I think he's 2-1 in the rivalry, Orton. And Hulk Hogan retains again. Can't be stopped when it comes crashing down. And it hurts inside. He's on the front cover. SmackDown pick up the win this week by 10,000.
Oh, geez.
Got my hopes up.
That's a measly victory, but a victory nonetheless.
Highlights.
Hulk is still the champion. Raw had a cracking main event, and Shawn was a highlight overall. Orton prevailed. RVD picked up a victory, and the fans are tuning in, so they're tuning in ever so slightly more to the red brand. SmackDown had a 3-star show, and based on those numbers, let's have a quick look here. Raw had a 3-star show. We had a 4-star main event.
Big
that
main
definitely
event.
delivered the goods.
Oh,
what is that?
Wow. What a main event.
That was massive, my friend. Massive.
Can we see the damage on the roster?
Yeah, let's take a look here at the red brand because I believe I'm up, and if I'm not, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's not too
so
bad.
Benoit, Jericho, yeah, it's pretty good. Let's have a look here at the popularities. All right, top of my card's looking pretty shit hot, so I can't complain. Guys in the middle, not as strong. Rivalries are all still ticking along. Nothing stale. It's progressing. That's good. We've got a few weeks to the PLE. Or pay-per-view. Fucking fuck PLE, man. And the worm is worming away. All right, let's book. 1 week to go.
It's quicker than WWE booking.
It is now. It's still early days, my friend.
Yeah, I get you.
Let's not overcook anything. It's been good so far, so let's have another little non-title affair. This time, it's going to be Kurt taking on Batista, which I don't even know if we saw that match once during either guy's main roster runs, Batista and Kurt Angle. I don't think we did.
Really?
Eddie and Triple H. Where is he? Yeah, Eddie and Triple H on the outside for their respective partners. Triple H and Kurt Angle in a nice little tag team is a interesting pairing. All right, Benoit's content. I'm going to say he's probably only content because the poor guy can't get a win. So might have to look to help him out. So what do we want to do? Trisha's looking really good. You know what? Let's get that women's belt defended here high up the card. So it's gonna be here's what it's gonna do I want to? Yeah, let's do it. So triple threat. Trish, leader, and let's put maybe not actually. Nah, I'm not 100% on that. I don't remember if the women can have any gimmick matches. They can't. What a shame. They can only have the fulfill your fantasy match. That's so annoying.
No, they can do Iron Man.
What?
They can do Iron Man matches.
Did you test this?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's try it.
15, I think. Or the lowest. Oh, no. Yeah, they can do it.
They can do a 20-minute Iron Man. Great. Let's give them a 30-minute Iron Man. I don't know if it's going to make a difference to the fatigue, but this is a massive fatigue drop. Oh, well, let's do it. 30-minute Iron Man match. Why not? It's going to be Trish, and she's going to take on Stacy Keibler, and Lita's going to be in her corner.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I know I'm just throwing all storytelling out the window, but this is AEW over here. We do what we want. We do it for the sickos. Benoit's not too happy, so let's look to buy him a win.
You're at 1.6 million. Do we know what you were on when you started after the trades?
Like 1.3.
So you've gained 300k in a couple of
And
years.
I haven't run any advertising. Yep.
Yeah.
We're going to have a one on tag. We're going to have RVD is going to go up against Benoit and Jericho because we want those guys to get him the win.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have a rivalry in place of a match. We want to continue to build. No, not RVD and Jericho. Kane and Jericho is what we're going to build because they're not going to face off. When we go to the next round of inactive stars, I'm feeling, Kane's going to get involved with this little tag program. It's going to be another handicap. It's going to be a tag on trio, similar to what Dan's done.
So who's resting in the feud?
Shelton. Kane is going to give these guys a hand against the heels. No one's resting, my friend. Everyone's working this show. We're running everyone into the ground.
If you've got 5 people, though, someone's missing the rivalry, right?
Oh, no. I've actually got too many. Nah, not at all. Not at all. I promise I haven't got any missing, but I've just realized I can't actually do what I want to do. That's all right. Not Tori, so let's have Christy Hemme can take on Tori, managed by Michelle McCool for that second women's feud. But that gives me a blank spot on the show, and that's everyone booked, which is a problem. What have I done here?
You tell me.
I'm kind of happy with where things are, so how about we sign someone?
Free agency?
Do we want Eugene? He's over. But not really.
You said you didn't want him.
Yeah, and I meant it, but...
Now you're thinking, maybe I should take him?
Yeah, perhaps. Who was it that was NA again? Oh, there's no one inactive, so I've got to sign 2 people if I want to do this strategy. It's a lot of money to spend, Jackson.
You've got the money.
Yeah, and then it's like a matter of I'm basically just benching people. Yeah, all right, Eugene, come on down.
Yeah,
and Orlando Jordan, and there's a feud straight off the bat.
Bang. Opening match.
No less. That's it. It's probably going to destroy the show flow, but I can't be bothered rebooking everything now. It's going to take too long. So Eugene and Orlando Jordan, 16-50. That's a solid start.
I don't think there is show flow,
superstar.
Man. I've got a feeling there might not be show flow.
There is. Take it.
I think only the main event matters. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
But
done. Over to the blue brand.
Correct us in the comments. So, got to check the emails. No emails. Roster. Hulk is over as a motherfucker. Hurricane's struggling. He might have to be let go. He's so bad. How about the fatigue? JBL, pretty good fatigue considering, he worked
2 matches.
2 matches. Hulk and Undertaker worked the hardcore. Yeah, so that took a little bit off them. So they can probably manage this week. See if that lowers it. I do want to test that. So who's the most over? others. Cena and Orton were going to work.
No semblance of no semblance of storytelling. Just what can I do to cheese these rivalries the best?
And then what have I got left? Who's inactive?
Another fatal four way.
Looks like we've got a tag match. Let's make it an elimination tag. Tornado tag. Give it something different. Booker T, Big Show, Shawn Michaels, Rey Mysterio.
Not Shawn and Booker or Ray and Big Show. Have all the feud partners together.
No, oh yeah, I'm missing. Yeah, I know, right? And then, is your pay-per-view this week? Next week?
Indeed.
Let's try and steal.
Nice. That's an expensive show coming in at 150 grand.
Fuck. Sorry, Jackson. Sorry, man.
I'm sorry for the viewers.
What do you mean? The viewers are loving it, man. Ray and Shawn Michaels for the cruiserweight. And then we kind of got to give this a match then, if it's going to be there. Let's go submission. I think
This is not a submission match I want to ever see.
Well, who is it? Booker T and Big Show, yeah.
When you think submission match, you don't think two brawlers from WCW in 1998.
Now you're right. You're right. Sorry. This will be edited out.
No, this isn't getting edited out. This is all staying in, my friend.
Ric Flair. We're going to have to do Ric Flair and JBL in the submission. That makes more sense. And then we'll put whoever's left over here.
Sure.
Big Show, Booker T.
This better stay in.
Because I'm pretty sure if I check Ric Flair, if I check him, how do I check his best match? There's no way. Let's just hope it's a submission. All right, Jackson, take us away, mate.
Not a problem. If you do want to do that, once you finish booking your show, just head here, hit start, and you bet that's staying in the edit. Dan, take us through SmackDown.
Chris
my
Masters, not the result I was looking for. Now all
just
three.
knocked off Tajiri, the Hurricane, and Paul London. All three cruiserweights went down. Big Show beat Booker T. He's got the win back.
Ray beats Shawn for the title back. That'll be good. Christian wins the Fatal 4-Way. JBL beats Ric Flair in a submission. And Cena wins the title. That's a great result. That's a really great result.
That's a solid show. Well done, my friend.
Besides
Let's
Chris
head over
Masters.
to the red brand. So we've got two brand new draft picks, or I guess roster free agents. Eugene beats Orlando Jordan in the opener in St. Louis, Missouri, Randy Orton's hometown. Tori Wilson is going to knock off Christy Hemme in our second match on the card. So Michelle McCool should get a boost from that. The three-man team, Kane, Shelton, and Carlito, they brought out the Big Red Machine to help them beat the veterans. That is going to be a cracking tag match come time at the pay-per-view. Benoit does pick up the win against RVD thanks to his partner Chris Jericho in a handicap 1-on-2. Stacey Keebler is your new women's champion in an Iron Man match. That's been an upset victory. Maybe she turned heel with Lita at the end there. And finally, Kurt Angle does knock off Batista with the help of Triple H. So perhaps a big fatal four-way coming at Backlash this Sunday. And indeed, this Sunday is Backlash.
Caught in the act? No!
We pick up 10,000 fans.
I got caught in the act.
Yeah, the negative reaction for the fans was definitely reflected in the ratings. They're not happy. The fans' frustration was obvious at the lie. A 3-star show for Raw and a 2.5 show for SmackDown. Oh, no. Oh, the injury will not prevent the superstar from competing, but they do recommend taking it easy for a while. She's had back spasms. That's not good if she needs to take bumps.
Okay.
Triple H at a 3.5-star main event.
So you're looking good in heading into the PLE. Let's take a look at the results.
We had a 2-star opener, a 1.5, a 2, a 2.5, a 3, and a 3.5. It was a decent enough show. 2.5, 2.5. That performed very well. And that main event,
performed well?
These guys are on fire.
Match 3?
Ray and Shawn.
Yeah, I should have put that at the end. Oh, well.
And the worm is worming.
It is what it is.
Yeah, so I give the go ahead to compete, but I recommend taking it easy for 2 weeks so as not to further aggravate the condition with Stacy. Okay, we can do that. Let's check our rivalries. We've got 9 of them. Everything started. Those guys have just kicked off. We're
So
possibly
Jackson,
not going to have enough room here for 9. And we can go and look through previous weeks here on the calendar, which is quite cool.
do
Yeah,
you ever
pal.
do you blow rivalries off, or
They kind of go stale.
so you just switch them?
Once they go stale, you should drop them. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
This has been annoying because we don't get the promo segments at the pay-per-view, so it's hard to tell who's over and who's not. Triple H and Batista are going to have the main. Oh, absolute bang of a track here is playing for Dan and I.
Yeah, it's a real.
It has to be. It has to be these guys, doesn't it?
It'll set the house on fire. This one.
I'm not going to crack. He's cracked. I haven't. Are we feeling a
Ultimate submission.
I'm feeling
What's
like
that?
we've got a steel. We could do a steel cage and a Hell in a Cell. It's like an Iron Man match, but you just pick up
Oh.
submissions.
Oh, so is this just you? I'm out this week.
This is just me. You're out. You don't get. That's it.
Oh, this is
It's my own
bullshit.
PLE.
This is
So-
bullshit.
I'm going to get a nice, healthy boost, but never fear, you're going to get one next week. We are going to have an Iron Man. It's going to be a 30-minute Iron Man match between Kurt Angle and Eddie Guerrero. That would be a ridiculous contest. Why do we never see that? For the world title, no less, or the WWE Championship in this case. Up next, then, we are going to have Stacy and Trish both on 72. Ladies, well done. That's a corker. Except she's hurting. So maybe not. Maybe it can be... Can they do it? I wonder if they can do a hardcore. No, they can't.
You're gonna run Stacy.
I'm going to put her on the outside. Can they do a cage?
Stacy's I believe probably all the females' favorite matches that fulfill your destiny, right? For your fantasy.
That's right. We can only book it at SummerSlam. Which is really annoying. Can they have a tables?
Oh, that's
This sucks. They can't do anything.
No
They can
won-
just do that Iron Man.
I wonder SmackDown's better. I don't know whether we both wanted SmackDown.
Yeah, I tried to stitch you up, but it's really annoying. All right.
And then
We'll fix it.
SmackDown you get the cruiserweights. Yeah, it's much better.
Yeah, it's really frustrating. We're gonna have a 4-way for the Intercontinental title. I feel like that's gonna cook. So we are gonna give these guys. I'm sorry, we're gonna give these guys a main event.
At least I can't do it. Fulfill your fantasy.
What a shame. Who would you put in that? Maybe don't tell me.
I'd put in
Gain, Chris Benoit,
Bronson Reed
Arbitting,
and
Chris Jericho.
Ivar. Bronson
That
Reed,
is my fantasy.
Ivar. Fulfill your fantasy. I'll also throw in. I'll throw in Big Show, Kane, Otis, and Mark Henry
That sounds sick.
in a bra and panties 6-way.
Even better.
There's no
We
bra
weren't
and
meant to
panties in
work
this.
Stacy, but we're going to work it. There is. It's Fulfill Your Fantasy. It's
Oh,
just
that-
not called Brian Panties. Probably for marketing purposes. Leader is going to tag up with Tori. That should be okay, I guess. I can't put them in a gimmick, so that really hurts. Who is left? We need the tag titles in something good. And I feel like that's pretty much just about everyone on the card except for Michelle McCool and Christy. Oh, I can put them on the outside, actually. So tag titles, we're going to have another main event. It's going to be a hardcore tornado tag. And yep. Oh, sorry about that one. Yep. So it's going to be William Regal and Chavo taking on Carlito and Shelton Benjamin for the belts. That's good. And then we're going to have, yep, you guessed it, another main event. We're going to have kind of outside. I can have outside. Yeah, a last man standing to kick things off. This is ridiculous between Eugene and Orlando Jordan with Michelle McCool and Christy Hemme on the outside. I hope they don't go down. So they can work as seconds, but they can't actually wrestle the match. Anyway, it's a bit sexist.
What was that?
I said they can work as seconds,
man
but they can't
stand-
actually
yeah, I
wrestle the
know.
match. Yeah. Now, this is costing me a shitload, 300K just to put on the show. Let's see how it comes out.
Okay.
Dan, who should pick in this last man standing between Michelle McCool, Orlando Jordan, Christy Hemme?
I like Michelle McCool. Underrated talent.
All right. Is Eugene going to get the win for his second? No. Orlando Jordan picks it up in a last man standing to kick off Backlash.
Who's Christy Hemme's husband? He's a worker, isn't he?
I don't believe so. I
No?
could be wrong.
Who am I thinking of? Mike?
You're thinking of Maria,
Oh,
as in
I'm
Mike
thinking
Bennett.
Maria. Yeah.
Maria Canales, yeah.
That's who I'm
She might be
thinking
in the
of.
next game, but I don't think she's in this.
Yeah.
All right. Veterans versus the rookies, the upstarts, World Tag Team Championship, Hardcore 10 out of tag. Who's your pick?
Kalido from the Judgment Day.
He gets the win. Nicely done. They get those tag titles back after a month under on the belts of Regal and Chavo.
Why is Carlito in the Judgment Day? I just realized that. That's so random.
Why not? It's been great. It's been
It
great.
has been good. It has been good. All right. Trish
and Stacey, or Lita and Tori. Stacey's not going to be taking many bumps with her back spasms.
Trish carries the team. Ooh.
No. Maybe they take out Stacey before the match begins. Lita and Tori, the heels, get the win. TLC Fatal 4-Way, Kane, RVD, Benoit, Jericho. Who walks away
That's
the
a match
champ?
I swear that happened. I'm going to go with
There was an 8-man on Raw that might have had almost everyone back in 2002.
Rob Van Dam.
Or an 8-man 4-team tag. That makes sense. RVD, can he retain? There's a lot of talent in this match. He can't. Jericho's the new IC champ. He's done well. 30-minute Iron Man, Angle versus Eddie. Who walks away the champion?
Kurt. Bang.
Indeed, he does. Big win. And Hell in a Cell, Batista, Triple H, main event. Who you got?
This will be a barn burner. I've got Triple H specialty.
It was at Vengeance 2005.
Oh.
But Batista, the babyface, is going to get the win. I'm feeling him and Kurt as the next big feud for that title.
Might have overperformed.
Here we go. We know Raw's getting the win.
800,000.
I had a 4-star pay-per-view.
I have to get these rivalries cracking.
Now, before we wrap up here, episode 1 of
me.
SmackDown vs. Raw 2006, Dan Allen Gaming looking to double up against myself, Jackson Marshall. Let's see how that show went. We had a 2.5-star opener, a 2.5-star second match, a 2.5-star third match, 3.5, a 4, and a 4.5. To say that we cooked would be an understatement.
Let me look at this.
That is how it's done.
Let me look at this, Jackson. 4.5, Hell in a Cell. Kurt and Eddie only did 4. Still good. 3.5, that's a pretty good result. Yeah.
Not a bad match on the card.
No, you've done pretty well. Good
But
flow.
if I was to book like that every week, come time for re-signing contracts, your boy ain't going to have that cash.
How do we check how much money you made for that show?
Head back. Head to financials.
You lost 450K.
Apparently I lost 450K, but I didn't because I was going into that pay-per-view on 1.3.
Is this
Safe to say, I don't understand how these financials work.
So you're at 1.3 now, right?
And I was at 1.3 going into the pay-per-view.
So you've broke even.
I broke even.
Yeah. Right. Probably because
But
you're paying staff.
we spent a
aren't you?
fortune on it.
I think you're paying staff and that probably goes into it maybe.
Yeah, it puts on, as you see here, it puts on minimum 50,000 just to book a show.
Well, that was a lot of fun, Jackson. You have cleared me by, I think, 1 million. But I do have my pay-per-view coming up, Judgment Day, which I hope to claw it back in 4 or 5 weeks' time. Hopefully bring this worm.
In 4 SmackDowns time, I believe.
I need to bring this worm back. We're at 1-7. Jesus, lot to do. But that is only, that's only, what, 1-7. So I need 800K or so. We'll tide the turn, right? 900.
I don't know where you're going with this, yet don't fear, my friend. When it comes time for Judgment Day, you're going to clean up.
Anyway, Jackson, thank you very much, as always. Take care. See you next time.